Hi guys, it's Jo Fox from Invest Leads. I just pretty quickly wanted to go live today and talk about passive income. That will include what it is, why we need it, or more why I need it, and different streams of passive income that I've got. It's quite relevant that I've not really been online much and done lives last few weeks, and that's because I've been a bit down. I've had some antibiotics and a bit of infection. Despite that, I won't say I got work done, but I will say I got paid, and that's because I've got some passive income streams in my life. So in theory I can make money when I'm asleep or when I'm on holiday or whatever. Some of you know, most of you probably don't, but I've got a long-term illness that I was born with, and that's part of my story and partly why I'm self-employed and have been now for 10 years. When I was younger, I kind of realised that one day, luckily I had the foresight quite young to realise that one day maybe I won't be able to work, and by work I mean 40-50 hours a week plus sat in traffic, 7 while 7 kind of long working day that most of us are familiar with. And I bought my first investment property quite young, and totally by chance it was just at the end of the street from where I worked, and it was a long time ago. The tenant paid cash, and I kind of realised I wasn't doing much to get this money. Compared certainly to day-to-day quite well paid job that I had. It just seemed like a much better way to live that gave me more freedom and give me a lot more time that I needed to focus on my health. So I looked at building this income stream up, and similar story to most people in property, you just look at how you can grow your number of properties or the profit that you get from your properties to get more money, so you're not as pressured to be in an employed role. And really that's what passive income is, if anyone's not sure what it is. I don't believe it's fully passive. I think you have to do something to get the money, but more often than not it involves doing the work up front, sometimes quite a lot of work, but then after that you don't really have to do much. I think a fantastic example is musicians. They often spend a lot of time writing, recording, producing, promoting a song, doing the tours and so on. But once you've made a big hit, it gets played regular on TV, radio, advertising, and you recreate a greatest hits album and so on, and you keep getting paid from that one song. I'm sure Noddy Holder every January doesn't worry about working. He just cashes his check from his royalty check from Christmas. That's a fantastic form of passive income. Unfortunately, I'm really not musical, so I can't do that. So property is the main one for me. I do have a few shares, not loads, but they are there. They do grow. Some of them I've had a long time and they've doubled in value over the years. I reinvest dividends, so they don't necessarily pay me, but they're there for one day when I need them, or I could take dividends. More recently I've thought about getting passive income into the business as well, like I've done in my life, and that's why you can't see because it's sunny today in Leeds, but that's one advantage to doing lettings. There's a lot of work up front to market a property, do viewings. I don't do particularly all that myself, I outsource a lot, which means there's more costs, but after maybe 2 months the income's passive. So for example, we've got a property that the tenant pays £700 a month rent, we take a 10% management fee, and after 2 months now where we're not really having to do much with that property, just a few minutes every month, check the tenant's paid, check there's no maintenance issues, gas certificates or repairs, that kind of thing, and it's pretty much passive income. You can imagine if I had 100 properties like that, that'd be £7 a month for doing virtually nothing. So that's one way. What I'd like to do is to build that passive income and reinvest it in money making assets. So for example, I might save up that passive income for 3 months, I'd have £21,000 and I can quadruple the value of that by buying property. So I could put £20,000 deposit down and borrow 60, buy an £80,000 property in Leeds, can easily make me £650 a month in rent, pay £200 mortgage, and the £450 a month then would be passive. Then you just keep repeating this. Other ways you could bring money into a business is by digital downloads. You could write ebooks or even courses, that kind of thing. And again, it's maybe quite a bit of work up front, but once you've done it and you've promoted that page and it starts building traction, you wake up one morning and find out you've sold your products overnight and you've automated the process. Again, a business could buy shares, high interest kind of things, invest it in stock market, affiliate income, and that's where you get paid a small amount for promoting someone else's product. So for example, the course, you might not have the time or knowledge or desire to set it up yourself, but you could link with another course provider and you could share their courses in return for a fee. I did that about 2 or 3 years ago now, and I used to sell a course about setting up SA in Leeds, and the guy who did it, he runs a lot of successful serviced accommodation units, and he was training other people more in how to find them, set them up and systemize them. And basically I got 25% of the course fee just promoting it for him. Again, that's something you could do yourself to build some income. It's not fully passive again, but it was pretty easy. It was pretty close to it. It was literally just posting a link, and I knew the guy well and I trusted him. I wouldn't promote products I don't know or haven't used. So it's just something to think about if you'd like. I'm not qualified for financial advice, but if you'd like any help or advice on how you can build passive income through property in Leeds, then get in touch and I will see what I can do to help. And thanks for watching.